My aunt's voice cut through the hallway like a soft insult pretending to be kindness. Just for close family, she said, holding her arm across the doorway. I stood there in my cap and gown, still smelling like the auditorium and everything I'd worked for, staring through the glass at a room full of people who apparently counted as close neighbors, cousins, friends of friends, pretty much everyone except me. For a moment, I honestly thought she was joking. Then I saw her smile, polite, final. That was when something inside me shifted. It didn't break or crack, it just moved. I turned around and adjusted my cap. I told her I'd celebrate somewhere else. Not loud, not angry, just done. My footsteps echoed down the hallway as I walked out. Behind me, I heard my dad's chair scrape the floor and then quick footsteps chasing after me. He caught up outside, out of breath, asking why I left. He really didn't know. No one ever saw things the way I did. Not then, not earlier. Not during all those months when the edges of my family started curling and burning like old paper. My aunt used to be the one who tucked my hair behind my ears before school, snuck me cookies, told me I was the bright one, her secret favorite. I believed her. Kids always believe the adult who makes them feel special. She was warmth, safety, the person I ran to until she wasn't. It started small, her laugh tightening when I spoke, compliments that came with strings attached, hugs that turned into quick, distracted taps. I blamed myself at first. That's what you do when someone you love slowly stops loving you back. The first real crack showed up the day I overheard her in the kitchen. Her voice was low but sharp enough to cut through walls. She thinks she's better than everyone, she said. My name followed like it tasted bitter. I froze, not because the words hurt, but because they were intentional. That wasn't an accident. The second crack came from a message on her phone. I wasn't supposed to see my dad's name in a thread that said, "She needs to be humbled. Distance is better. She gets too attached. Don't invite her to everything, boundaries," my aunt replied with a thumbs up. My dad didn't disagree. My own family treating me like some problem they had to manage. And still, I stayed quiet. Silence can be a weapon when you use it right. I didn't confront anyone or cry or explode. I learned that revenge comes best with patience. So I collected things, screenshots, audio clips of little jabs, dates, patterns. I saved it all. Then I made moves. Small, invisible ones. I rerouted every scholarship, every school email, every internship lead to my personal account. I stopped using their address. I changed my emergency contacts. I updated my financial aid. Piece by piece, I removed them from my future. They didn't even notice. People rarely notice when you stop relying on them. Graduation day was my final test, and they failed without even realizing. When my aunt blocked that door, she thought she was shutting me out. She had no idea she was setting me free. Outside, my dad kept asking why I left, why I didn't fight for my spot at my own celebration. He didn't know that while they were planning to shrink me, I was building a life where none of them had any power. So I listened to him ramble, stumble, pretend he didn't understand. Then I handed him the envelope I'd kept hidden under my gown like a quiet weapon. Inside were printed copies of everything, every message, every comment, every plan they've made behind my back. Organized, dated, highlighted. His hands shook as he read. His face went pale when he saw his own words. And then came the real hit, the letter from my university confirming my relocation, my independent student status, and the scholarship committee's approval of my family separation documents. I cut ties months ago, I said. Today just proves I was right. He didn't say a word. He couldn't. The truth freezes you when you finally see how small you've made someone who once believed you. We're their whole world. Word spread quickly. Relatives confronted my aunt. Neighbors whispered. The image she crafted, kind, caring, innocent, collapsed under the weight of her own behavior. She called, texted, tried to act confused, tried to pretend none of it was real. I didn't answer. Silence, I realized, can be the sharpest response of all. That night, I celebrated alone. Not lonely free. I lifted my cap, looked up at the empty sky, and felt something settle inside me. Not bitterness, not sadness, just clarity. They wanted to teach me humility. What they taught me instead was distance, and I became fluent in it. So now, when people ask what happened at my graduation party, I tell the truth. That was the day I finally graduated from them.